Hey, happy Tuesday, and thanks for clicking on our daily devotion video. It comes to you from Northminster Presbyterian Church in Tucson, Arizona, and I'm Andy Ross, one of that church's pastors. Phoebe, the Wonder Doodle, is right behind me, riveting on every word I say. In our schedule of Bible readings for this Tuesday, we are directed now to Genesis chapter 3. And again, if you're reading your way through the Bible, you are likely starting in January in Genesis. Today I have with me just a leather guitar strap. It's really thick, and I brought it out to show you that I will never worry about this piece of leather fraying or shredding or coming undone. Leather has a certain quality of durability that is really quite stunning, whether it's a guitar strap or a couch or a chair, a belt. Leather doesn't break easily. Why am I bringing this up? In our schedule for readings today in the book of Genesis, chapter 3, it's about the terrible breaking of a trust and relationship between Adam and Eve and God, their maker. It's the story of sin, disobedience, and the wreckage that comes from it, wreckage we experience in our lives today. I often, when I teach Genesis 3, remind my listeners there are 4 key relationships that break in Genesis 3 onward. Our relationship with God has a fracture, becomes broken. Our relationship with other people becomes broken when you're not right with God. Eve and Adam start blaming each other immediately. Our relationship with ourselves. This is why we have therapists and the need for counseling. We have inner turmoil of who we want to be, who we are, and we struggle within ourselves. Fourthly, there is a breaking between human beings and creation. 4 key breakings of relationships that continue to wreak havoc to this day. So the Genesis 3 is the story of disobedience and God expelling Adam and Eve from the Garden of Eden. The rest of the Bible story picks up from there of how God's presence would not become self-expelled from Adam and Eve. God's presence would continue the story of salvation through the years. But notice this, before Adam and Eve are ejected from Eden, it's quite a stunning line in our story. The Lord God made garments of skin for Adam and his wife, and God clothed them. Even in being evicted from God's garden and original plan, there is grace. God made clothing for Adam and Eve that would protect them. And it was made from the skins of the animals of God's Eden paradise. It involved a sacrifice. One or more of God's beautiful creatures was sacrificed to provide clothing for Adam and Eve, even in their disobedience. It's a powerful comment that would trace the story of the Bible to the sacrifice of God's own Son to clothe us in a new identity of real healing. That's something to ponder for this Tuesday. Even when we hurt God, God still offers saving grace. Grace that doesn't break. Lord bless you as you live in that grace today.